I am so happy and I am so grateful that money comes to you and I in increasing quantity on a continuous basis through various sources, all in a positive and peaceful manner. Good vibes only. I'm free and I'm awake. Damn, y'all. Trying to rush. I was at the thing and I forgot I had mother duties. I'd be so excited, like when we be on break and I don't gotta do stuff, and then I'd be like, oh, I still gotta pick these people up. I've got to pick these little people. He's not little. Gotta still pick this person up. But anyway, so good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever this message may find you. I am want to get on here and speak a little bit about why men cheat on. Why do men cheat, y'all? Why do they cheat? It's $1 billion question. Why y'all cheating on us? All right, so first and foremost, everybody knows that when men want to have, like, they say, you know the saying where they go and they, like, you know, girls just want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have fun. Okay, so now that is true. We just want to have fun, right? But we want to have fun in a different way. Guys, I've come to find out, gals, I've come to find out that, you know, men, they're just living their lives. Like, you know, they're just going with it. Like, whatever. They see somebody, like, they just living. Especially if they came home from prison. Or especially if they came home from a season, or coming out of a season where they were restricted in any way. Whatever that is. It could be anything. You know, men are just kind of like doing them, you know. And in a lot of senses, it's like, you know, men get bored easily, you know, with the same old routine or whatever. And I feel like they also, like, they've been taught to lie, right? They've been taught to, first of all, it's in their nature to want to reproduce and seek out different women and get energies from, which I think it's fine if men want to be around different women and stuff like that. I just don't think it's fine when it's deceitful and it's like, because I mean, as women, we give off energy, and just like men, like I personally, I'm not thotty, and I'm not, you know, I got a bad rap because of the way I look, you know what I'm saying? But I just like to be around different men because I learn from them. Like, I appreciate their friendships and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, on a bigger level. Even though I know for a lot of men, it's a lot of times it's sexual, and I get that. And it's attraction. But if you don't allow that to happen, it's not going to happen. Just what it is. Men they do what you let them do. That's just what it is. So, I feel like men have been taught, black men especially, have been taught to lie. You know what I'm saying? They've been taught to do these things that they do. And they're not taught to keep it G with us. You know, like, they learn this from the people that's up over them, like niggas that they came up with in the streets, niggas that they respected and stuff like that. So they come up like this, y'all. And they're looking at it like, you know, shoot, I can't tell her that. You know what I'm saying? They don't think that it's cool to tell you certain things. But when you run into a chick like me and chicks that are like me, we prefer that. But that's foreign to them. Like, I remember telling I remember telling my ex that, you know, he was like, he did some real foul stuff, right? And even though he was caught up, he was completely caught. Now, if a nigga don't get caught red-handed and you just know, they not gonna tell you. They taught to not tell you that. Like, it's like, I can't tell her this. Like, I grew up being taught to lie to women. Okay? you're taught to keep the things from them, when that was wrong to teach them that. But I also understand, on the other hand, how some women are not able emotionally to handle certain truths, right? But what I know about women that are that fall in the category of myself, we are, and I'm telling y'all this, I'm schooling both of y'all. I'm schooling the men and the women at the same time. Okay, so what it is we as women, these types of women that's like me, we respect that truth. You know what I'm saying? We like that you come at us with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, a lot of the male mother-son relationships that are in good shape, like the good relationships, the solid ones, is because the son the mom has created a space for her son to tell her the truth, right? When we react, women, in a way that we are taught, that does not create the safe space for the man to keep it G with who he is and how he's moving. Like, I tried to tell my person, my ex, not my person, but my ex, that I'm human. You're human. We all gonna do things that ain't necessarily right. You know what I'm saying? There's things that happen in relationships, like you talking to different women and stuff like that. That's what y'all do, right? But you do it to try to find a balance in your emotions, because now you're trying to make sure that you don't fall all the way head over heels. Because I've had men tell me that their own mom, and he's one of the biggest dogs I know, by the way. Biggest dogs I know. He won't even keep it real to save his life with his own self about about love. Like, he's so scared of love. He's in his 50s. He still won't do it. He still play it till he die, like, type of energy. And it's like, bruh, like, you're gonna be alone. You're gonna need a dog, and like, you're gonna be getting on your kids' nerves. You know what I'm saying? If they fuck with you. But like, I feel like some women have been dogs so badly that they're even like, they're telling their sons, like, don't keep it real with a bitch, just lie to her, whatever. It's like, it's your upbringing. You're being taught to be a fake ass mate, and this is happening a lot in our black culture. You're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to be a team. Like, we're supposed to work together and love each other and be there for each other and be a team now. If you slip up, like, we're human. Slip up, yeah. Okay, so let's just say you having some issues and you struggling, right? Well, whatever. Why you can't tell your chick that? You know what I'm saying? But if you can't have that conversation with her, you're with the wrong person. You're supposed to be able to have these conversations, these hard conversations. But with men, they feel the need to lie, because they're like, man, I can't tell her that. I'm not telling her that. But what I be wanting you to get is like, I get it. You scared, you got a little shook up, whatever. Or it could be just you got so many options, and you feel like you want to make sure that this person is it or whatever. But these are things that I feel like people they get in these modes where it's like they don't want to talk and say these things. It's like they're taught not to do it. And the woman is like, again, it's a lot of women out here that when you do tell them the truth, they handle it crazy, because they're not emotionally in touch with who they are, and they fly off the handle or whatever it is. We're all human. However it's gonna go, it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But when you catch your nigga in a lie and you trying to have a conversation with him about it, he's taught to he's not gonna tell you something. A lot of niggas, some niggas will, but a lot of niggas is not. They're not gonna tell you. A lot of men, I'm sorry, they're taught to just come up with some kind of something to shoot you to rectify the situation, in a sense. You know, or they like, they think it's ego. Their ego kicks in like, oh, bro, you know, she's straight. See, this is the part when I, like me, the type of woman, I have a problem with that. Like, I need you to be who you are. I don't like you to be coming up with all these little things to do, schemes, and I just need you to be who you are, who I know you to be, who I connected with. Otherwise, I don't know what to do with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm lost. Like, so the other women that you got to scheme and lie with, those are the ones you need to be talking to if that's what you're most comfortable doing. Because the type of women that are like me, we take kindly to the truth. Just like our sons, like my son knows already that I don't understand. I don't understand when you trying to talk to me like I'm stupid. I can't even get with that at all. Like, there's nothing I can do with that. And until we are able to have a real conversation, I ain't got nothing to talk about at all. Period. But things happen, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a part of living, and it's a part of life. Like, we're all meeting each other, mirroring each other, figuring out more and more about ourselves based upon how we deal with others. Working together in a relationship says a lot about who you are, right? And if you faking the whole time, what is you? You know? What is that? So, you know, it's some things you gotta own up to in your mind, or in your, you know, you gotta look at yourself and say, you know, I'm really some full of shit, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, like, but yeah, ladies, they are taught, a lot of men grew up around other men that weren't taught correctly, and a lot of women grew up with different women that weren't taught correctly. So you got women over here insecure, going through whatever they got going on, and girl, don't deal with that, just don't talk to them, you know. And then you got the niggas like, man, don't you, like, you ever be around, like the other day, me and my sister was tripping off of this. It was like, you know how dudes be like, they have their woman and they in a relationship with them, or they married or whatever, and they will take and tell, like, they will take and tell the person, like, let's just say, like, oh, is your wife coming along? Like, oh yeah, oh girl, she's straight. I don't know. You know, behind their back, they act like it's not that serious. You know that, you know, them situations where he be like, oh, we not even like that. But when they together, they like that. Or they like that. So it's like, they taught to do this fronting thing, or this, it's their condition. It's their norm now, like, for them. And then you got the women that got beat up so bad by the niggas, they keep one in the cut too. They cutthroat too. They worse than the niggas. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, people, when you start to understand this about people, and you know, you could try to pull their cards and have these if your aim is to have something solid, and you're trying to be in a serious connection with this person or these people or whatever, you know, you got to just tell them, like, man, it's okay. Like, it's okay. I understand. You know what I'm saying? What you do, because I told them straight up, I have been through things, and I've done things that I wish that I could take back. I said, but you got to be honest about it. And then all you had to do is be, and it's like, when they still try to front and try to, you know, kind of smooth it over and sugarcoat it and act like that's not it. Or when they do that, that's when it's like, you know, you got to kind of let them be, because they're not ready to face them. They're not ready to face who they are and face the truth. The truth is, you just doing what you want to do. You just living your life, you know, and you shot me some shit, and you entertaining your options, or you talking to these women on the phone, and then when I see that, and then I'm saying something about it, then you just get defensive, like, And it's like, why don't you just keep it real, though? Like, let's just really talk about why you're doing this. What's the root of this? Maybe you got scared that you was falling for somebody, or you know what I'm saying, maybe that was too much for you, so you try to balance it out. Maybe you felt like you was too clean, because the dude, one of my homeboys told me straight up, he said it ain't no in between. We either clingy or we just non-emotional. Like, it ain't no, it's one or the other, you know. So, and in lots of time, when the man is entertaining, and it's so normal for them to entertain more than one woman. For us, with women, we just like, we go all in. Like, when we get the you know, we might like you. Like, if we start liking you and we get like attached to you, and we kind of go all in. Like, we really not 90% of women. I ain't gonna say all of the women, but 90%. We ain't got nobody in the cut. But y'all do. And the reason why for that is because you're just doing you. Like, you literally are living your life. And I feel like everybody is having their own human experience. Everybody is doing what it is that makes them happy. And if it makes that man happy for that day to get another chick number and entertain her, that's what he's going to do. Like, that's just what he's going to do. And you women, I think us not being real with ourselves, that's what sets us up for the okie doke. But what the worst part about it is that you not realizing that they have been taught to shoot you that shit. They have been taught to lie, okay, and scheme, as my friend would say, to Hut 9. We have to come up with all these scheming ways to get you, because, you know, and there, again, there are a lot of women that are like, not my cup of tea, but there are those types of women where you have to be this certain type of way, you know, around them, because of all these, like, I don't even call them boundaries. I call them, like, it's too many hang-ups. It's like, you got to be all these ways, and then men just think that they got, especially them Casanova niggas that done feel like they've mastered women until they meet a chick like me, because I'm not like that. I don't like you to tell me whatever I want to hear, because I can see through it. I need you to be who you are. Like, who are you? You know, after you done been through 10 bitches that let you be fake and say whatever they want to hear, now what do you do with me? Yeah, I know, I get it. I get it's confusing. However, and I also know that you've been taught to lie. I know that. But I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, women like me, we don't like that. We know that you're lying. Okay? We just would rather you keep it G. I told my ex, I said, man, just talk to me like I'm Zoe. He talking about, man, talk to you like you Zoe. Yes. Talk to me like I'm Zoe. I'm your friend. If I'm sitting here telling you, I'm telling you to tell me. Then he like, no, because you going to get mad. See, what makes me mad is when you lie and you insult my intelligence. That's really what I get mad about. It's not because of the actual thing that happened. The actual thing that happened is so small compared to what the hell, the fact that you just found it so easy to just look at me and just be like, I'm going to just shoot you a lie. But if I know that you're lying, it shouldn't even be that big. You know I know. So let's just get past that, because when you find somebody that's rocking with you and that understands you, you supposed to just, in my opinion, I find that that's rare. And if you can sit there and really have a real conversation with somebody, I feel like you winning. Like, I met a couple that's able to do that, and I was like, wow. Like, it was to the point where he was like, man, look, I was just falling back because he kept it real with him. Like, I had to fall back because I was slacking on my things, my personal things that I had going on. So she took it like, you know, oh, you don't want to be around me, you know, you don't hurt her feelings. But he was like, man, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, because that's not what I was doing, you know. And it's just like the conversation was real. Like, it was a real get down and dirty with it. Like, man, I really did. The embarrassing thing. Like, well, you pierced my ego because you told me this. And so I went and talked to this chick that stroked my ego, you know. Because a lot of men, when they do cheat, it's because the woman that they're dealing with like the woman that knows them the most, that's done peeped out all they stuff, can see through all they shit, the shit that they've been taught to do, which is lie. The facades that they put on, you know, men are taught, like, don't cry, don't show your emotion. They're taught to hide who they are, how they are for real. And when the other woman that knows all of that, sometimes they don't feel macho, or they don't feel like that nigga no more. So then when they go high, and everybody wants to feel it. Everybody, like my homegirl said, every woman, every man walking wants to know they still got it, or when they go somewhere that they still popping. Like, you know, you get hollered at, it boosts your little ego a little bit. And as much as people want to fake and say that that's not true, that's true. You like to feel like, get dressed up and be like, yeah, I'm still popping. You know what I'm saying? I can still do it. And you know, it's human. I just be trying. That's all I'm saying. I'm human. We're human. I make mistakes, but I'm solid though. So I be expecting that, but I realize that I know that everybody can't do that because they're like, I can't say that. I can't do that. You know, so they're still worried about what people think and all of that. And they're still trying to, you know, impress people and buy people's love and pretend that they're you know, people are close to you when they're really not. These people don't, half of these people are fake as hell. You know what I'm saying? Really be honest. Like, I bet, like, I want to say most of your relationships as you grow up, they fall to the wayside unless they were solid from the beginning. But most of the time you start realizing people they don't really fool with you the long way. And all I'm saying is, like, when you find that, you gotta hold on to that because it's very rare. It's very rare these days. And I think that men had just been told since they was little, like, boy, don't be crying. Oh, don't nobody want to hear that. You know, or just, so they just developed, like, even the baby said it. He was like, man, you know, it was so sad. I posted it too. And not the baby, the little baby said this one, because the baby said that other thing when I did that video. But little baby was like, he said, what did he say? He was like, I just don't show no emotion. Like, you know, I just don't talk about how I feel. Like, and he was even uncomfortable when he was saying it. He was uncomfortable when he was saying, because he kept fiddling with the water bottle. Like, the hardest niggas, man, they just want that. They just need that. They need a hug. They need some love. But the problem is, niggas, when y'all got them masks on shit, I can't do nothing with that. I need you to take that off for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all need to understand. I know what you need, but I'm not giving that to you until you be real with yourself. You faking. Stop faking. And then maybe I can work with that, or we can work with that as women that are like me. But those other women, yeah, they gonna entertain that fake shit you bring. And you can stay like that for all I care, because you just gonna be juggling for the rest of your life, hopping from chick to chick till they figure out who you is. You need to figure out who you are. But yeah, they all been taught that, ladies. So when you do find out some shit, if it's worth it, you know, talk to them. See if they take the mask off. If they don't, yeah, you gotta let it go. But if they able to goddamn take that thing off and be like, yeah, man, I messed up, man. It has happened to me, and I noticed that my reaction was way different when that happened versus the reactions I had when I'm just like when I'm trying to talk and the nigga just still faking and he coming up with more lie on top of it. I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna work. If I'm coming at you, G, and you still coming at me with that BS, like, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm just trying to figure this out. I don't got nothing for you. You know, so, but yeah, why men cheat is because they get bored easily. And they faking half the time. So, not saying they faking, like, they probably really love you. You know what I'm saying? They really love you. But at the same time, they're taught to be like let's just say they bring you along, and like I told you, they like behind your back, it's like, oh, it ain't like that, you know, we this way, this that way. But they do that for the fronting part. Like, that's to they niggas and stuff. Like, man, it's like an ego thing to make it look like they the man. You know, they got all these chicks that's willing to do and let them be like have access to their lives and their homes and their families. They feel good. Like, most men have different families lingering around, and they like this shit. They like to be able to pull up and be like, this is my house too, and I'm the man of this house too. I'm the man. They like that shit. You know, and it's like, they just been taught like this. They don't value us like, and unless you make them value you, they're going to keep being like that. Like, that's just what it is. You have to make them understand who you are. And if they're not willing to stay there and be a part of that, then they just gonna keep hopping. You're not even it. It's got to be somebody that they care enough to go that extra mile and do that. But you gotta put your foot down, ladies. Like, you can't be blaming them for doing what it is that they just gonna do. You gotta stop it and talk to, show them something. Show them that it's okay. But if they don't want to do it, you can't make them. At least you tried. You know what I'm saying? At least you tried. So, and for the women out there that have the sons, you already know what it is. You already know. Yep, you know, because they ain't nothing but grown up versions of little boys, and we grown up versions of little girls. But when you put your big girl panties on, you already know what's up. You know how to deal with them. But if they don't allow you to handle them the way that you're trying to handle them, like in a mature manner, then just let it go, child. They just want to keep that lie going. They want to keep that thing going, you know. And I've seen my nephew lie to the door. He still didn't admit it. And it just go to the door with the lie, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, alright, what can you do then? You know, when they go to you can't do nothing about it. You got to let them see it for themselves and start to understand it for themselves. You got to get them to the point where they tired of being fake. They tired of this. They give up, you know, like after they run out of people to run this shit on. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get them and they ready to talk. So anyway, they cheat because it ain't working on you no more, girl. You gotta go to the next thing. The thrill is gone. You know, it's one of those, it's like soda. When you open the soda, it be all fizzy and fresh and, you know, bubbly. Then you let that thing sit for a little bit, you like, not the same. It's not even the same. Then it's flat. Now, we all know you got to get rid of the soda when it's flat. I mean, I don't know but a few people that could drink soda when it's flat. I mean, it's disgusting. I don't even like soda, but if I'm going to drink it, it has to be that fizz. It has to go, you know, you got to be strong. And that's how I need my relationship. Strong, passionate, fiery, loving, happy, exciting, you know, honest, solid. You know, I want to be that ace in the hole. So if it's none of that, I'm throwing it out. I'm pouring that shit down the drain because it's flat. I can't even drink it. What am I doing with it? Let it sit there and be flat? No, don't want it. But most men are like that. They're like, oh, sighting over here. Oh, it's sighting over here. Oh, it's sighting over here. Especially them up north niggas. Lord Jesus. They flashy and loud. And don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. Try to listen. Try to make sure that you're understanding what you're dealing with. And ladies, just be honest with yourself. And understand, they talk to lie now. They talk to front and be like, yeah, Cause I'm that nigga, and I'm macho, and I'm this, and I'm that. You know what I'm saying? They gotta do this to, I don't know why they gotta do it. It's like I got her wrapped around my finger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, this my crib. Or like, you know how they do. This my car. Or even the niggas that got the money, man, I paid for her whole, she ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, these niggas. And you know that this is a thing. You watch your sons do it. Like, you know, and you gotta ride away with them. It's cool. I ride away. I love to pump up your ego. I love to watch you blush. But what I'm not gonna do is sit there and be your damn dummy either. You gonna talk to me like you got some sense. And you're gonna keep it G with me. Okay? That's what you're gonna do. Because that's just not gonna happen any other way. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. And once the men realize that, they don't have a problem with doing everything that they're supposed to do with you when it comes to you. You know? Alright, this was way too long. I did not mean for it to go 30 minutes. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all. Love y'all.